stuff to blow out great words, which is what I call it. It's unnecessary, and you haven't advanced your show. And feel free to call any of us if nobody's contacted you either, and it's getting close to your show date, and you don't know.
Yeah.
Or like
what
we're
you're
saying, like,
supposed
be
to do.
organized and professional with your
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Figure out what time you got to be there on time. Make it real easy on the staff.
Yes.
A lot of times sound guys are
Hold the
really,
doors.
they get mad over anything. Be really cool to them, or just in general, we haven't really touched on. If you play a club, be
Yeah.
really cool to everybody. Like sometimes bands have this like, oh, we have this attitude, or even a band that's like selling out the club that think they can come in there and, you know, like they're hot shit and be dicks to everyone. And you know, bands like that, you can tell they don't really, you know, that gets noticed by a lot of people, whether it's their fans or the clubs, and that's the band that, you know, doesn't succeed. Or like the Stones, they were one of the coolest, they were super cool when they played the club, you know, like professional bands. A lot of that stuff, just being nice and professional and
Know your
organized, goes a
timing,
long way at
time
clubs. And then you're not, you know, especially if you cause a really bad incident, or, you know, just be professional and
You
nice.
can send a thank you email too. I mean, I know it sounds old school, like your mom told you to write your grandma thank you letters the minute she left the house, but really, it goes a long way. That stuff gets banged. If you had a good show and you want to tell us that you really enjoyed yourself, fly an email and say, hey, thanks, man. You know, consider me for the future. We loved your room.
Chocolates.
I've been notes, people sending notes, like
Notes are good.
regular notes, not even email. It's nice.
Yeah.
It is nice.
It's nice to
I don't
be
get very many, but
Adam, you had a question?
Yeah, I just had a question. My name's Adam Payne. I'm an artist local to Boston. It was mentioned earlier about bands who promote, like, passing out flyers at another band show. I tend to not feel too comfortable about that, unless it might be the same venue a couple weeks later. What's your stance on that?
somebody in there.
Promote other bands.
He has somebody there in the middle.
I don't know. I guess it's maybe different in some places, but I feel like in New York, I'm just constantly bombarded with people handing me things when I'm walking down the street. That I'm not. I think maybe postering is better, like in like coffee shops. I think Dave was saying before, like just record stores and coffee shops, like putting up flyers. But I don't know, it might be a different experience in Boston. But just being handed paper, it's kind of, in my opinion, kind of wasteful, and it's kind of like just, you know, it doesn't work as well in New York.
Were you saying going to like another venue, passing out?
You kind of already like touched at this sort of, you know, with like honesty, booking who you like, and it's probably a hard question to answer, varies case by case, venue to venue. But I mean, how likely are you guys to book a band's first show, second show?
I love it too.
shows.
Yeah. I want to be the one to book a band I like's first show.
Yeah, a lot of times it's gonna be a big show for them. It's their
Yeah,
first show.
everybody
It's
comes
like
out.
it's like a good
They'll bring a lot of
thing, you
people.
know?
Yeah.
And well, I
I
feel like
booked
you kind
Change
of,
the
if it's their
Elephants
first show,
first
you're the
show.
first one to notice the potential and how good this band is, and like, it's a good feeling.
Also, as a band, if it's your first show, make it on your fans,
Yeah.
on the club, a really good first impression.
Yeah.
Of every show, but like really, you know, again, make that like your big debut and make sure it's really, you know.
At
go
the
about
end of the
right
day,
way.
this is the music business after all. And as much as you guys would like to just, you musicians want to write music and practice and be fabulous, until you get that manager who know, like, it takes money, right? And an agent, there's a business side of the house. And we live on that side as well. And you should want to live there too. And I love what these guys are saying, Billy and Nate and Billy. It's an event. It should feel really good. I mean, there's way more bands than there are venues. So if you got a gig, take it seriously. It's an awesome thing. And be proud of yourself.